Hello, big world. So today I would like to take some time to discuss what happened after I had the brain surgery back in 2021. So that would have been a perfect time for me to be making these videos if I was able to talk, but I wasn't. So I could not speak. I could not communicate at all. I could understand what other people were saying, thank God. But when it came time for me to respond, it just was really, really difficult for me. I couldn't say anything back. But so like people have asked me, couldn't you speak sign language? No, I have no language. I have no, I didn't know the names of things. I didn't know what things were called. And I've mentioned this in a couple other videos. Just the steps that I took to get to where I am today. I think the video titled Memory Recall is a really good one to watch. But since I'm trying to keep this to only 5 minutes, I don't have time to discuss it in today's video. But anyway, so I just didn't know the names of things. I didn't know what things were called. But I realized that all my long-term memories were still in there. So I could recite poetry. I could say, I could make all the individual sounds with my mouth. It was just trying to, the spontaneous part of my speech where my scar is, that prefrontal lobe that is responsible for planning and executing, and mine was in my language center, and so that's what was affected. Anyway, so a few days after brain surgery, my dad was here taking care of me, and he got out of the car and he left the radio on. And now that I'm thinking back to that moment, I realized that what I thought at the time, even though I didn't have the words to say this, I thought, I wonder if I could sing. And so I remember that I didn't want to sing while my dad was in the car. So I waited until he got out, and it was Lady Gaga, Edge of Glory. That was what was on the radio. And so I sang a few bars and I was like, oh, awesome. And so, when my dad got back in the car, I wanted to tell him, hey, I can sing, but I couldn't even string those words together. I couldn't even say, hey, I can sing. 4 words. I could not get my thoughts together enough to do that. So, I'm talking all day. I was trying to figure out how to say, hey, I can sing all day. This was in the morning. It wasn't until that afternoon he and I were in the swimming pool, and I gave up on just trying to say, hey, I can sing, and I just started singing. And he was like, oh, you can sing. I was like, yes, I can sing. Anyway, so that was just a few days after surgery, and I did recognize my dad. Like I said, all my long-term memories were there. So all the long-term memories from my whole life were there. So I knew my dad. I just didn't know that his name was Dad. So when my sister came to take over taking care of me, because I still couldn't take care of myself, I pointed at my dad and I was like, that guy with the white hair, Dad. It took me a long time even just to figure out Dad. So anyway, so I realized that if I haven't read it or heard it since I had brain surgery, it still takes me a very long time to come up with the word that I'm trying to say. I was in the car with my friend Tanya, and I was trying to give her directions, and I was like, turn left after the fire building, the fire department. And it took me a long time. Like later that evening, I realized fire station. Fire station. Station is the word that I was looking for. So anyway, that's it for today. I'm at my 5 minutes. Take care.